Okay, so some people have been asking me why do I have Robert M. Price on my channel, and they accuse him of being racist against black people and saying racist things against black people, et cetera, et cetera. Now I'm not 100%. I don't know for sure what the controversy is regarding Robert M. Price. I don't know uh, what he said that constitute or why people are saying he's a racist, especially against black people. I don't know the exact context of why people are saying that. But I did some research before making this video. I did a little bit of research, and there does seem to be some people who are accusing Robert M. Price of being a racist and a Trump supporter. Now, here's the thing. All right, I'm going to talk about two things. I'm going to talk about why I don't care about this, and why you shouldn't care about this, and the inconsistency, because there's a bigger racist out there that we're all ignoring, that we Muslims, atheists, etc., and Christians are ignoring. And I'm going to get into who that person is right after this, right after my first point. Now, the first question really arises is, even let's just say Robert M. Price said some racist things. He's a Trump supporter. Let's just grant that for now, right? What does this have to do? What is his personal views about race, racism, politics, or his racist views or his politics? What does that have to do with his analysis of the Bible? What does somebody's personal opinions about, races or whatever, what does that have to, what, when their views of politics, what does this have to do with their scholarship on the Bible? It has nothing to do with anything regarding theology. I mean, everybody has their own biases. Everybody has their own political alliance. Everybody has their own subjective views based on their own subjective racism or their own subjective politics, etc. If Robert M. Price is saying racist things against black people, if he's going too far in his support for Trump, which I don't agree with, but let's just say he's doing that, why should I care? Why should I care? Why should you care about other people's personal views about their politics? What does this have to do with their scholarship on the Bible? That's the whole focus of my channel. It's scholarship, or one of the main focuses on my channel. Not 100% the focus of my channel, but one of the main focuses on my channel, I think, is scholarship on the Bible. Why it's wrong, why we shouldn't believe in it, etc., etc. Despite my, Muslim theological views, right? Why can't we focus on Robert M. Price's scholarship and not his views on politics or his alleged racist statements? Like this has nothing to do with the scholarship on the Bible, right? Now, guys, everybody's going to judge everybody, right? Everybody's going to judge. People are always going to judge people on their politics, on their race, etc., so on their views on race, or their views on politics, or their views on whatever. People are always going to judge other people, right? I always get judged on this channel, right? Do you think that stops me? Do you think I care? Do you think I shut down my channel because there's some haters on my channel? That is just ridiculous. That is stupid, man. I think Arnold Schwarzenegger said it best. He said, you have to learn to ignore the naysayers, because people will always bring you down. People will always discourage you. So I like Arnold Schwarzenegger's advice. Robert M. Price does have some problematic views on politics. He does have some problematic views when it comes to his views on black people and Black Lives Matter, etc., etc. I know, I get this. I saw the evidence on YouTube. I saw the evidence on, his Facebook post. Not on his Facebook, but they had screenshots of his Facebook post on certain racist things he might have said. Now the question really arises: what does this have to do with his analysis of the Bible? What does this have to do with his analysis of, or his historical analysis of the New Testament? It has nothing to do with that. Robert M. Price is a brilliant biblical scholar. When it comes to politics and when it comes to other things, like his views on race and his views on black people in America, etc., yes, we should ignore that. We should just leave that to the side and not really focus on that aspect. There are some now Robert. Now here's where I'll agree. I agree that Robert M. Price needs to keep his mouth shut, and he needs to stop with this extreme support for Trump. He needs to stop, or he needs to just not say that stuff on the internet. If he wants to say that stuff in private, if he wants to say racist things or things for Trump in private, that's fine. In his own house, that's fine. But he should stop saying that stuff on the internet. So I agree there that I don't agree with Robert M. Price's politics. I don't agree with his views on black people and Black Lives Matter, et cetera, et cetera. So I don't agree with that. I don't agree with people being racist against other races, or I don't agree with with people showing racism towards other people. I don't agree with that personally. But that's Robert M. Price's own views, and that has nothing to do with his scholarship. His views on race and politics has nothing to do with, shouldn't interfere with his brilliant analysis of the Bible, or his analysis of the New Testament. Robert M. Price has, I think, 2 PhDs. We should respect that, and we should respect his scholarship on the Bible. This is no Robert M. Price is no Sam Shamoon. He has the education. He has the knowledge to give a proper analysis of the New Testament, historical Jesus studies, the Bible, etc. Why can't we accept that? Why can't we respect that aspect of that positive aspect, or that positive quality of Robert M. Price, and ignore his views on politics and his alleged racism? Why can't we do that? Right? Okay, now this brings me to the second part, and this is the hypocrisy of a lot of Muslims and a lot of atheists and Christians. We all know who the racist is. It's not Robert M. Price. I mean, it's not only Robert M. Price. We know the racist is James White. James White is a racist against black people. There's so much evidence for that it's embarrassing just how much of a racist James White is against black people, and I'll give the link below of his outright, flat out racism against black people. So here's the problem with Muslims. They keep kissing his old ass, saying, oh, James White is so good to Muslims. He's so, open. He's so, caring towards Muslims. No, he's not. James White is a liar. He is a racist. And he is somebody who needs to be avoided, right? James White is a mentally sick person who hangs out with like kids younger than him, much younger than him. So why are we not condemning James White for his racism, his lying, his flat out stupidity, etc.? What scholar takes James White seriously? Bart Ehrman doesn't take him seriously. Like, nobody takes James White seriously. The only people who take James White seriously are Muslim college kids, are Muslim kids. That's pretty much about it. I don't know any scholar who cites James White in their books, etc., etc. That's how unknown he is in the world of New Testament academics or biblical scholarship, etc. I mean, James White's a joke. Only Muslims take him serious. Only Muslims take him seriously. Maybe some Calvinists too, or something like that. But Catholics don't take him seriously. People make fun of James White left and right on the internet. There's so many blog posts of him, of his fake PhD, of his racism against black people, etc. But I'm kind of getting away from the point. The point is, we should stop ignoring Robert M. Price because of his problematic views on politics and race. I don't think that's the right course of action. We should pay attention to his scholarship on the New Testament and the Bible. He has the qualifications. People like James White and Sam Shamoon don't have qualifications. Robert M. Price has the knowledge. So why can't we benefit from Robert M. Price's, knowledge of the Bible? Why can't we benefit off his knowledge? right? What does his problematic views of race and politics have to do with his analysis or his scholarship on the Bible? It has nothing to do with anything, right? If people are saying Robin Price is a racist, he's a Trump supporter, he's, he has some bias, he has some racist views against black people, that may be true. I'm not saying that's all false. That might be true, but we should respect his scholarship because the man does have PhDs. He does have knowledge on, and he does have a good analysis of the Bible using using biblical verses, etc., and biblical knowledge or biblical history to exposit or to explain his theological views or his criticisms against the Bible, because he does have some good points against the historical reliability of the Old Testament and New Testament. So why can't we benefit off his knowledge? Why can't we benefit off his scholarship? Like, why do we have to demonize him for some problematic views he has on politics some of his racist views? Why should we demonize him? To me, it doesn't make any sense to me. Somebody explain this, to me, because it doesn't make any sense to me. Yes, Robert M. Price is brilliant when it comes to his analysis of the Bible. When it comes to politics and when it comes to his views on race and black people in America, etc., he should be ignored. Yeah, we should ignore him on when it comes to politics and when it comes to race, etc., etc. When it comes to race issues in America, especially attaining to black people or African Americans in America. So you see the hypocrisy, you see the hypocrisy of Muslims, etc. They won't acknowledge that James White's a racist and he's a liar and he's a he's not a real scholar. He's a wannabe scholar, right? But when it comes to Robert and Price, though, not just Muslims but atheist Christians will they'll start demonizing Robert and Price and say, well, he's a racist, and he's a Trump supporter, etc., etc. That may be true. I'm not denying it. I'm not denying any of that. But what I'm saying is it has nothing to do with his analysis of the Bible. I think Robert M. Price is a brilliant biblical scholar, and his scholarship should be respected, or his scholarship should be, or his views of the Bible should be listened to. When it comes to politics, ignore Robert M. Price. When it comes to race relationships in America, especially attaining to his views on black people in America, ignore him. Yes, I agree with people there. So the real person you should ignore when it comes to like everything is James White, because the man is just screw loose. He is a, I don't know, he's a stupid, for lack of a better term, James White's an idiot. He's stupid. He's just a dumb fundy, but he's just a dumb wannabe scholar. But Robert M. Price is the true scholar that I think we should all give respect to, despite his problematic views when it comes to race and politics. So this is just my 2 cents on why I had Robert M. Price on my channel. Stay tuned, more videos coming up ahead.